connecting with God today. My dear child, be still now, just for a moment. Silence everything around you, the noise outside and the storms within. There are moments when heaven chooses to touch the earth with tenderness, and this is one of those moments. You're not reading these words by chance. You were led here by a love that knows every detail about you. I, your Father, have been watching your silent days, your hidden battles, your tears no one saw. And today I tell you, there is an urgency in my heart, and it has everything to do with you. Please, don't skip this special video. It's a message from God to brighten your day. Click like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. We want to reach 1,000 subscribers to spread even more faith and hope. Watch until the end. Click on the first comment and discover the secret ritual to attract money and prosperity. This is a sacred calling, a unique opportunity. I need you awake, with your spirit sensitive and your heart firm in faith. Because I am moving the heavens in your favor. Behind the scenes of heaven, the sound of change is already being heard, the breath of victory, the announcement of healing. But I need you to choose to trust, even when you can't see the whole way ahead. Don't let the noise of the world drown out my voice. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1. Yes, my child, my glory is reaching you. And with it, I bring restoration to what has been broken, healing for what still bleeds, renewal for what seemed lost. Nothing was in vain. Even the silence served as preparation. Everything is about to converge into a new time, full of my presence and purpose. But I need you to believe. To open your heart and allow me to come in, strong and gentle, just and compassionate. Because this moment is eternal, and it is yours. Comment, I believe in God, every challenge is a hidden blessing. My child, be still for a moment. Silence the external and internal voices that shout, that pressure, that try to shape your identity away from me. I know the weight you carry even when no one notices. I know the emptiness behind your smiles, the effort you make to keep up appearances while your soul cries out for relief. You've been living like someone surviving, not truly living. You've fulfilled obligations, followed routines, kept commitments, but there is a tiredness in you that no sleep can cure and a thirst that no water in this world can quench. At night, when everything goes quiet and only your heart remains, I hear you. I see your silent prayers, your eyes fixed on the dark ceiling, searching for answers that never seem to come. But my child, today I say to you, this is the time I marked for your restoration. The hour has come to be healed from within, to return to the place where your soul meets mine, where the emptiness is filled with my presence. Comment, even in the silence of the night, God hears every beat of my heart. I remember your love for me. The way your soul burned when you came into my presence. There were nights of prayer, dawns when your room became a sacred altar. I delighted in your surrender. You sang spontaneously, cried without reservation, trusted with your eyes closed, even without understanding my ways. But time and the pain of life tried to put out that fire. Today you still pray, but it feels like your words vanish into thin air. But listen, that flame still burns. Even if it seems like a weak ember, I am the God who sends the right wind to rekindle it. I didn't come to accuse you, I came to awaken you. Do not quench the Spirit. Do not treat prophecies with contempt. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verses 19 and 20. I am jealous for you, my child. I miss your sincere voice. You are still mine. I am still yours. And I come today to revive what seemed lost. Comment, the flame of my faith may weaken, but God's breath reignites it. You have sought comfort in places that only exhaust you more. The distractions of this world became your hiding places. Social media, endless tasks, empty commitments, these things kept you busy, but they didn't fulfill you. You ran from silence because in it you encountered yourself, and that scared you. But it is in silence that I speak the clearest. It is in the secret place that I reveal eternal mysteries. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Matthew chapter 6 verse 6. I want to break down the walls of fear, of debt, of anguish, and bring you to a place where your soul blooms. You were not created to run aimlessly. You were created to flourish in my presence. And the time to flourish has come. I am calling you back to me. I want to rescue you from the exhausting routine and plant you by living waters, where you will bear fruit again. Comment, God calls me to bloom, even in life's deserts. My love is patient, but it is also zealous. I can no longer watch you live beneath the fullness I prepared for you. What's at stake is beyond visible blessings. It is about your eternal identity, the deep connection between your spirit and heaven. I didn't create you to survive on autopilot, but to live abundantly. You are tired, I know. You are wounded, I know that too. But it is in that state that I want to meet you. I come not to demand anything from you, only your sincerity. The enemy has tried to numb you with routine, to convince you that this passionless life is the best you can experience. But that's a lie. He wants you asleep, far from your purpose. But I came to awaken you. I came to remind you that you were made to dance in my presence, to hear my voice, and to walk confidently in my plan. There is more for you. So much more. You haven't yet seen what I have prepared, but today, I open your eyes through faith. Comment, God awakens me to more. There's a purpose beyond the routine. Did you know there's an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and shift the way you perceive reality. It was something that deeply impacted my life, and we'd like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to move in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you'd like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your support helps us continue sharing messages that truly make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Do you remember, my child, when a single verse was enough to melt your heart? When my voice was your source of comfort and direction? You used to break so easily before me, your soul surrendered so beautifully. That part of you is not lost. It's still there, dormant, but alive. Like a seed hidden beneath the soil, waiting for the right time to break through. And that time is now. I know your heart better than you do. I see how hard you try to be strong. I see the hidden pain. But I also see the strength that still lives within you. I see the calling that still pulses, and the promise that still breathes. You haven't fully given up, you're just tired. But I am the one who strengthens the weary. My grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in weakness. I am not asking for perfection. I just want your heart. And hear me, There are still promises to be fulfilled. There are still dreams that will be born from my breath upon you. Satan has been trying to steal from you little by little. Not with big attacks, but with subtle distractions. He's used your exhaustion, your worries, your feeling of being abandoned. He tries to convince you that you're too weak, too busy, too broken. But it's all a lie. If I am here, then there is still hope. There is a way out. There is healing. There is a new beginning. It doesn't matter how long you've felt far away. I do not count the steps you took away from me. I just need one step in my direction, and I will run to meet you. Today is the day to return. Today is the day of reunion. Do not harden your heart. Open up, even if just for a moment, and let my presence touch you again. I am the God of new beginnings, and this is your time. Look around, everything is calling you back. And I am here, with arms wide open, ready to embrace you with the same love as always, a love that has never changed and never will. So come back. Come back to me with your truth, with your tears, with your broken hope. Do not be ashamed. There is no pain I cannot heal, no chapter one cannot rewrite with beauty. Return to simple prayer, to true worship, to the word that ignites the soul. Come back to dreaming, my child. Come back to believing that I can still do the impossible, because I can. I am still the God who parts seas, who holds back the sun, who raises the dead. And before this month ends, before July fades away, I want to reignite your spirit with a fire that does not burn out. I want to breathe upon you the same breath that gave you life. I want you to clothe yourself in hope, to rise with courage, and to know once more, with all your being, I am your Father. I chose you. I love you with an everlasting love. I never left you. I never gave up on you. This is your moment. Don't let it pass. Comment, today I choose to return, because I know the Father's love is still waiting for me. I know you've been carrying silent burdens. Your days have become marked by routines that no longer feed your soul, and your nights have become sanctuaries of tangled thoughts, choked prayers, and postponed dreams. You've locked away certain rooms within your soul, spaces filled with betrayal, disappointment, and fear of an uncertain future. But today, I'm not asking you to impress me with spiritual performance. I'm asking for one thing: allow me back in. Let me enter those sealed-off places you've tried to forget, those corners of your heart hidden behind double locks. Let me step in not to judge, but to cleanse and restore. This moment isn't random. This very season, yes, even this month, has been marked in heaven as a possible turning point in your story. Not because you're ready or perfect, but because I see in you a desperate yearning for more, even if you've tried to silence it. Don't ignore this divine appointment. It may come softly, but its significance shakes the heavens. If today you choose to hand me the keys of your hidden places, I will enter with light, with healing, and with power. These keys are not physical, they are your will, your surrender, your yes. I won't force my way into your soul. I wait for your permission, for your invitation. Heaven has aligned this very season to be a shift in your timeline, a holy before and after. This is not emotional hype or another fleeting moment. It is sacred. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live. Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 19. Don't wait for a more convenient time. Don't wait until you feel cleaner or stronger. I'm calling you now, exactly as you are, with your doubts, your questions, and your weariness. I don't want the polished version of you. I want the real you. Comment, I will wait no more. This is my time. I choose to respond today. Your yes is the master key that unlocks everything else. Not a timid yes, but a loud, unapologetic yes that declares to heaven and hell that you're done with spiritual drought, that you are thirsty again for the river of my spirit. A yes that silences the voices of doubt and unworthiness. A yes that gives me legal authority, by your own will, to pour out grace like an avalanche, crashing through every stagnant place in your life. Yes, even your home, your relationships, your mind, and your future will feel it. Your most powerful and urgent prayer today must be, Lord, revive my spirit. Don't let me go. Don't let my soul settle for less than what you have for me. And I, the God who formed you in your mother's womb, who knows every single thought you have, tell you with infinite tenderness, I have been patiently, eagerly waiting to hear those words escape from the depths of your lips. Because when you speak them, something shifts? But I must warn you with love, this moment is sacred. It's not just another passing message. If you treat it lightly, if you let distractions, screens, and routine drown out this divine whisper, something eternal will remain just outside the threshold of your life, unable to enter. This isn't a punishment. I do not delight in punishing. But it is a natural and spiritual consequence. Just like a farmer who refuses to till the land before the rainy season misses the harvest, so too will you miss the fruit of this moment if your heart remains hard and unready. And the rain will come, I assure you. I am preparing a torrential downpour of revelation, mental clarity, healing for deep soul wounds, and supernatural provision that exceeds money or material comfort. But if your heart, the soil of your life, is dry, compacted by anxiety, doubt, and spiritual fatigue, then that rain will slide off without ever taking root. Comment, I refuse to miss this divine moment. I will prepare my heart. And in the months ahead, perhaps in October or November, you may look around and see others walking in revival. You'll hear their testimonies, see doors opening, hearts restored, and lives changed. And you'll feel a quiet ache inside, asking, why not me? The answer won't be that I loved others more, or that you were forgotten. No, the truth will be that you didn't prepare your soil. You let apathy steal your opportunity. You ignored the whisper of eternity. And what I intended for you, doors that carried your name, connections, and miracles designed for your journey, were handed to others who chose obedience, hunger, and intimacy. You will feel a subtle emptiness, a longing for something you can't quite name. That feeling will be the echo of this moment you now face. And the enemy of your soul will rejoice silently, whispering lies in your ear, you're not worthy. God skipped over you. Your prayers don't matter. But the truth will be, you were the one who missed the divine appointment. You were the one who didn't prepare the ground. Comment, I won't let the enemy steal what God has prepared for me. But if today, right now, you dare to say yes, if you choose to seek me in the hidden place of your room, if you strip away the religious masks and bring me your raw, unfiltered self, I solemnly promise you this, what you begin to see in the coming weeks will defy human logic and shatter every pessimistic expectation. I will accelerate processes in your life that you believed would take 5 or 6 years. I will bring divine alignment. I will send mentors, soul friends, and strategic voices into your path. I will make ways where there were none. And the power you've read about, the presence you've longed to feel, the miracles you thought were for others, I will make them your reality. Because my power is limitless. But my deeper work in your life requires your surrender. This is the moment your soul has longed for without knowing. And now you are not alone. This word has reached you not by chance, but by divine design. It is the answer to tears you've cried in secret. I want you to engrave this truth deep within your spirit. Remember it when you wake up and repeat it before you sleep. Meditate on it as your daily breath. Let it be the thought that silences all doubts and fears. Your worth is not in your social status, your followers, nor in the fleeting opinions of others. Your worth was sealed on the cross, with eternal blood, with unbreakable love. That price does not change over time, nor does it depreciate because of your mistakes. But to walk in that truth, you need to let go of what does not belong to you. There are burdens you have carried that were never yours. Emotional suitcases, inherited guilt, pains you never healed because you thought you had to carry them as punishment. But today, I set you free. There are chains that seem like affection, but are really ties of control, dependency, and pain. I want you to identify those relationships that steal your peace, that pollute your spiritual atmosphere, that diminish your faith, and celebrate what distances you from me. Even if your heart loves, you must have the courage to protect your soul. Even if it hurts, you need to set boundaries. It's not rejection, it's healing. It's not arrogance, it's wisdom. Friendships that validate your falls but ridicule your spiritual awakening. People who embrace your broken version but reject your redeemed version. Today I invite you to choose wisely. Protecting your spiritual environment is an act of self-love and love for me. Sometimes you will walk alone for part of the journey. You will feel the coldness of misunderstanding. But that desert will be the fertile ground where I manifest with glory. I will surround you with true brothers and sisters, people who do not compete with you but pray for you, rejoice in your growth, and push you toward my purpose. Your circle will change. It will no longer be an emotional cage but a spiritual community. But before that promise comes the pruning. Not everything you love is part of my plan. Not everything you lost was a blessing. There are things I took away because they were silently killing you. And I know it hurt, but it was necessary. Because I would rather you weep over a temporary separation than die spiritually from a permanent toxic connection. It's not enough to ask for blessings without being willing to close doors that keep the soul sick. Today, I want your prayer to include discernment. That you can see the chains disguised as affection and have the courage to break them in my name. Not out of hatred, but out of freedom. I have called you to walk light, to run the race without unnecessary weight. The past has already been forgiven. The wounds that still bleed need to be fully surrendered to me. I want to cleanse your memories, your soul, your surroundings. Because the world needs to see in you a living testimony, not of perfection, but of redemption. When your identity is restored and your soul healed, your life will shine like a beacon. Without even seeking it, you will be light in the midst of darkness. And that light will attract those who are thirsty. Your home will become an oasis. Where there were once screams, there will be peace. Where there was scarcity, provision will spring forth. Where there were tears, praise will resound. Not because you are special by your merits, but because you gave me space to dwell. Comment, I choose to be a beacon in the darkness. My home will be your dwelling. I did not call you to accumulate treasures on earth, but to be a clean channel through which my love flows. Every healing, every miracle, every provision has a higher purpose. I have chosen you to bless others. To be my ambassador, my witness, my living letter to the world. Your restored finances are not to boast but to sow, your victories are not to feed your ego but to inspire. Every tear you have cried will become a river of comfort for others. Every loss you have experienced will be used as testimony of my restoration. So do not fear the stripping away, because from every emptiness I will make a spring. Do not fear solitude, because in it I will reveal my unbreakable companionship. Do not fear new beginnings, because I am already in your future, preparing the ground for you to bloom. Today is a breaking point. Do not go back. Do not wear old clothes. You are new, completely new. I am lifting you up, not for a moment, but for a mission. Your story is just beginning. I do not ask for perfection, only willingness. Every day you choose to walk with me, I will strengthen your identity. Every step of obedience will open paths you never imagined. The people who walked away did so because they could not accompany you to your next level. Not everyone will understand your transformation, and that is okay. The important thing is that you know who you are in me. In heaven, you are not a number or just another face in the crowd. You are my beloved Son, in whom I delight. There is a place for you at my table, a seat reserved with your name. You will never be too broken for me, nor too late for my purpose. I redeem time. I restore what was lost. I renew strength. All I ask is that you believe me. Because what is coming will be so glorious, so full of life, that it will make you forget past pain. You will be filled with joy. You will walk in freedom. You will love without fear. And you will shine with the light of my presence. So lift up your face. It is time to start anew, but this time from your true identity. My dear child, I am not calling you to a life of comfort or ease, but to a journey that transcends the ordinary, a walk where the supernatural will become part of your everyday. You are being called to something greater than you imagine, to be a living instrument of my love and grace in this world. I want you to deeply understand that your restoration, your intimate revival, is just the beginning. What happens in the silence of your room, through tears, prayers, and obedience, will manifest in your family, your community, and beyond. Your restored marriage will not only be a testimony for you and your spouse but for all who seek hope in a world that seems to be falling apart. You will be a living example of the power of my faithfulness, a clear sign of my intervention and my eternal love. And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John chapter 8 verse 32. Do not be mistaken in thinking this mission is for the perfect, the powerful, or the eloquent speakers. It is not about talent or skill but about your availability. I only need a surrendered heart, someone who sincerely says, "Here I am, Lord. I am not much, but everything I have is yours." It is from this simple, humble surrender that true power is born to transform lives, to be a light in the darkness, to be a living answer for those who despair. The true authority you will have will not come from what you know but from my anointing flowing through you, my Spirit working in you to accomplish the impossible. Comment: I trust in God's power working in me, even in my limitations. My child, never underestimate the impact of your personal breakthrough. Every tear shed in prayer, every act of obedience, every moment you choose to trust me even when you do not understand the path, is building something eternal. The enemy will try to discredit your progress, to make you feel incapable or small for such a great task, but do not be deceived. I am with you, holding your hand, strengthening your spirit, and opening doors where there were once walls. The faithfulness you will see in your life will be living proof of my love and promise. Those who once mocked, doubted, or looked at you with scorn will seek your word, your advice, because they will see in you the peace, strength, and hope that only I can give. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27 verse 1. Remember that your calling is a calling of love and service. You will be my arms to hug the brokenhearted, my lips to pray with faith for those in need of healing, and my feet to walk alongside the lost. This mission is not for the weak but for the brave who accept the adventure of daily trusting me, knowing the supernatural is available to those who believe. The Christian life is not a bed of roses. It is a road of faith where miracles become common and the impossible is overcome by the power of my Spirit. Do not fear surrendering yourself completely to me, because what seems too big for you is too small for my power. Now, my child, the decision is before you, clear as the morning light. You can continue as a spectator of my work on earth, or you can choose to be a protagonist, the one who writes with me this glorious story in this generation. I do not want your faith to be only something for Sundays, something theoretical, distant, and cold. I want you to experience a living, vibrant relationship with me, to know me not only as Savior but as loving Father, constant friend, and faithful guide. The door of grace is open, the table is set, and I am at the door, waiting with open arms and a look full of love and expectation. Your time of visitation has come. Do not delay, do not harden your heart. Surrender your fears, your doubts, and your need to control everything, and take a leap of faith. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. If you take this step today, I promise you will see the first signs of my blessing in the coming days. This is not an empty promise, it is a guarantee of my love and commitment to you. The shower of blessings you have been waiting for, the fulfillment of the promises that touched your heart, is about to begin. But this journey does not end with the fleeting emotion of a word or a moment of faith. I want this to be the solid beginning, the starting mark of a transformation that will change your life forever. This space where you are now, this family of faith we are building, is your refuge, your place of strengthening, a place where we can grow together. If you are not yet part of this community, I invite you to join, not to be just a number, but to become part of something greater, a family of faith that supports, prays, and grows. More important than that, do not forget the comment section, where your voice matters. Share your struggles, your victories, your needs. You don't have to tell everything, but allow your faith to be strengthened by sharing the burden of your prayers, because multiplied faith is victorious faith. Tell us which areas of your life need the light of God's Word the most, for together we will build a spiritual sanctuary where no one walks alone. Be still for a moment from the noise that surrounds you, the incessant clamor of the world, the inner storms that trouble you. Do not let this moment pass as just another among many, as if it were merely another text or message in your day. It is no coincidence. It is not the product of chance or an algorithm that brought you here. It is I, your Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, who carefully and delicately moved the threads of the universe so that your heart and mind would have this sacred, essential, crucial encounter. Listen with every fiber of your soul, because the time men measure, the calendar and its fleeting days, is becoming precious, and there is something urgent I need to whisper to your spirit before the last day of this month passes away forever. A wave of transformation is coming, a movement of grace and glory in the heavenly realms, a divine revolution that will break the chains that have held and imprisoned you for so long. But for this wave to reach you, so that it does not break uselessly upon the sands of your routine, I need you to be in faith, to watch spiritually, for your heart not to be asleep, anesthetized by the sameness of the days. I have seen your walk, your daily effort, the invisible burden you carry on your shoulders. Comment, faith keeps me firm, even when weariness overcomes me. I know the silent battle you fight every morning when you wake. I see the face marked by fatigue that sleep cannot erase, the effort to face the world, to fulfill the tasks at work, at home, to show a smile, to say the right words. But when night falls, when the lights go out and only you and your thoughts remain, I perceive the deep dryness of your soul. Your prayers, once a vibrant dialogue, often now sound like empty monologues, words thrown at the ceiling, without direction or answer. The flame that once burned with passion and illuminated your being is now reduced to an ember, struggling not to be extinguished before the cold winds of adversity and indifference. You have allowed the constant noise of life, the clamor of social media, the news, anxiety, to take the place of the sacred silence where my voice desires to find you and bring you peace. You have let yourself be surrounded by the legitimate worries of this world, debts that seem never to cease, family tensions without resolution, the tireless search for the approval of others, and without realizing it, you built an invisible but strong wall around your heart. Because of the immense love I feel for you, I speak to you today with the urgency of a father who cannot bear to see his child living beneath the glorious, full, and abundant destiny I have set for you even before the foundation of the world. What is at stake in these last days of this month is not a simple material blessing, nor merely the answer to a superficial request. It is something much deeper and eternal. It is about realigning your purpose with my eternal plan for your life. It is the unique chance to recover the spiritual sensitivity you have been losing little by little, perhaps without noticing. Do you remember those times when you felt my presence so intensely that you cried with joy and gratitude? When a simple praise song would break your spirit, and you felt like you were floating in my loving arms? Do you remember when you devoured my word like a delicious food and each verse illuminated your steps? That place of intimacy with yourself and with me is not lost forever, it has not disappeared. But you have distanced yourself from it. And the enemy of your soul, knowing your potential and the devastating power you have when connected to me, has worked intensely to keep you busy, distracted, anxious, and spiritually hungry. He tried to convince you that you are too tired to pray, too oppressed to read the Word, that your problems are so big and repetitive that it is not worth bringing them to me. But today, with the authority of the one who conquered death, I come to deny those lies. I am here, waiting, ready to renew your strength, to restore your weary spirit. I want you to know that you have never been alone, that even when everything seemed lost, I was walking with you, holding your hand. Open your heart to me, surrender without reservations, and you will see the transformation happen. I will blow a wind of hope into you, break the chains that bind you, and open doors that seemed closed forever. Glory is coming to dwell with you, to fill your life with purpose, joy, and true peace. Comment, God is my strength and my hope in every moment. Now is the time, beloved son, beloved daughter, to rise with renewed courage. To abandon the weight that does not belong to you and to walk with the certainty that I am faithful and powerful to fulfill all the promises made to you. Your life has eternal meaning, a purpose that transcends the limitations of the world. Do not let routine, distractions, or difficulties pull you away from me. Hear my gentle voice calling your name, longing to renew your faith and rekindle the flame of passion for me that lives in your heart. The transformation is near, and you have an essential role in it. Trust, surrender, because I am your loving Father and nothing can separate you from my love. The moment your soul utters a sincere and strong yes, one that echoes before the heavens and the earth, silencing the voices that paralyze you with doubts and resignation, I will receive the legal authority to pour out an avalanche of grace over your life and your home. I, who formed you in your mother's womb, who know every thought, every fear, and every hidden longing in your heart, affirm to you with infinite tenderness, I have been patiently waiting for this moment. Not out of whim, but because there is a path that opens before you, and you have the choice to follow it or ignore it. If you allow the remaining days to pass like any other, without recognizing this calling, you will be letting slip away an invaluable opportunity, an eternal gift that would stand at the door of your heart, unable to enter. I do not speak to you of punishment, for I am not a God who delights in punishing, but of natural consequences of the soul. Just as the farmer who does not prepare the soil before the rain will not see his crops flourish, so it will be with you if you do not till your heart to receive the rain of my blessing. Comment, I choose to prepare my heart to receive God's blessings. In this season, I am preparing for you a torrential rain of revelation, of clarity that will dissipate doubts, of healing for the old wounds you have carried for so long, and of provision that surpasses any financial or human limit. But if your heart remains hardened by worry, anxiety, or unbelief, this heavenly rain will find no fertile soil to sprout. In the months to come, perhaps in October or November, you may look around and sadly wonder why others experience revival, miracles, and open doors, while you feel stuck in the same place. You will see doors open for others, even those meant for you, because they went to those who chose to pay the price of seeking, intimacy, and obedience. You will feel an emptiness hard to explain, a nostalgia that will be the echo of this sacred opportunity you let pass. The enemy of your soul, silently smiling, will whisper lies to convince you that you are not worthy, that God has forgotten you, and that your prayers do not matter, when the truth is that you were the one who did not answer the divine call, who did not prepare the soil of your heart. Comment, I will not allow the enemy to steal my divine inheritance. Therefore, I beg you, do not allow apathy, that silent thief, to steal from you the glorious inheritance I have reserved with so much love. Today, at this very moment, if you make the courageous choice to respond to my call, if you come to me with brutal sincerity, stripped of religious masks, I promise you that my presence will come with renewing power. I will not just touch your life superficially. I will flood your being with the light that heals, the strength that renews, the fire that purifies. I will be with you in the solitude of your room, in the silence of your prayer, filling every space with my peace that surpasses all understanding. There is no pain so deep that I cannot transform it, no wound so open that I cannot heal it. Open your heart, surrender yourself without reservation, and you will see that my grace will be sufficient for all your needs. Comment, I surrender completely to the grace and love of God. My child, this is the hour of transformation. The time when the soil of your heart is plowed and prepared to receive the best I have for you. Do not let routine blind you or digital distraction take you away from the greater truth. The call is urgent because the time of harvest is coming, and I want you to be ready to reap the fruits of your faith. I am the God who never fails, who never tires, who never abandons you. If you allow me to work in you now, if you give me the keys to those locked doors, what seemed impossible will become reality. Your life will be a living testimony of my power, my faithfulness, and my unwavering love. I love you with an eternal love and will walk with you, step by step, until all areas of your existence are renewed and filled with my glory. Comment, I trust in God's perfect plan for my life. Never forget that you are in my hands, dear child. I am the God of hope, restoration, and abundant life. No matter how many times you have fallen, no matter how much you have doubted, I am here waiting for you to rise and receive me with an open heart. No moment is lost when you are with me. Every tear, every prayer, every small yes given to me is a seed that will germinate and bear fruit in due time. I promise to be by your side, holding your hand, illuminating your path, and filling your soul with my peace that no one can take away. My desire is that you live in fullness, full of faith, hope, and love, walking firmly in the certainty that I am your Father and that nothing can separate you from my love. Offer me your prayer as a gift of love, with full and sincere attention. Then, simply watch in awe as I transform your personal desert into a blooming garden, full of life and hope. Feel these words resonating deep within you and know that this space we now share is not just a channel for videos, but a digital sanctuary, a meeting place for all who, like you and me, long for more of my presence in their lives. We are not a group of perfect people, but sincere hearts seeking and strengthening each other. If your spirit is being touched, I invite you to join this family. Click the subscribe button, not as an automatic act, but as a declaration that you want to walk side by side with us on this journey of faith. Here, in the comments section, a living altar is being formed, a place not just to write Amen, but to pour out your heart in prayer. Don't let this emotion stay inside you. Take the step of obedience and express your faith publicly. Lord, here I am, revive my spirit. Let this be your declaration of commitment to the calling I am giving you. Together, we will fill this place with the light of thousands of souls responding at once, forming an army of believers ready to see my glory manifest in their lives. I know there may be an inner voice, the accuser, whispering that you don't deserve it, that your failures disqualify you. But listen closely, I did not choose you because of your strength or perfection, but by my grace that is perfected in your weakness. It is in your not being enough that I fully manifest, so that all the glory may be mine, and so you can walk confidently, knowing that you are unconditionally loved. You will not be an example of prosperity to boast about material possessions, but a faithful servant who uses his blessings to teach and manifest the principles of my kingdom, true stewardship, liberating generosity, and the joy of walking in the freedom of debt paid off. Your marriage, once restored and strengthened by me, will become a living and vibrant model of hope for other families who today are on the brink of despair, those who believe there is no more solution. Your home will be a sanctuary where peace reigns, where reconciliation blooms, and where my presence will be felt irresistibly. My son, I want this promise to penetrate deep into your being. Your personal advancement, your intimate renewal, is just the beginning of a great revival that will reach your family and spread to your community. Every victory you quietly win, every tear shed in prayer, every act of obedience you offer with faith will not remain hidden. On the contrary, they will manifest openly and become irrefutable testimonies of my power and unwavering faithfulness. Be patient, because the same people who once doubted you, who laughed at your faith, who looked at you with disdain or pity, will one day come to you in secret, seeking comfort, counsel, that inexplicable something you have and they cannot find anywhere else, my Holy Spirit flowing through a surrendered and humble vessel. You will be a living answer to many prayers. I will be the one who speaks through your lips to encourage those about to collapse, I will be the one who extends your arms to embrace broken hearts and heal the invisible wounds the world ignores. Your life will become a tangible manifestation of divine love, a channel through which I will operate miracles of healing, reconciliation, and renewal. But know this, my son, I do not call you to a life of comfort or ease. I am calling you to an intense and vibrant adventure of faith, where the supernatural is the ordinary, and every step you take will be sustained by my infinite power. Do not fear the responsibilities that accompany this journey, for I do not depend on your skills or eloquence, but on your availability. I only need a sincere heart that says, "Here I am, Lord. I have little, but all that I am and all that I have are in your hands." If you give me that, I promise that the power of heaven will back every decision you make and every obedient step you take. As we approach the end of this month, I want you to know that the decision before you is clear, as crystalline as flowing water. You can remain a mere passive spectator, watching from afar what I am doing in the world, or you can choose to be an active protagonist in the glorious story I am writing for this generation. The choice is yours, to live a superficial faith, merely attending religious events on Sundays, or to dive into a daily relationship with me, full of power, intimacy, and transformation. The door of grace is wide open. The banquet table is set with everything you need to prosper in every aspect of life. I, the Father, stand at the door of your heart, waiting with open arms and a gaze overflowing with love and hope. Your time of visitation, my son, has come. Do not allow the hardening of your heart or procrastination to steal from you the precious gift I have for your life. Surrender your plans, give me your fears, doubts, and need to control everything. Cross the door of faith with a pure heart and the trust of a child, believing that the best is ahead of you, meticulously prepared by me with infinite love. Above all, I desire that this word you have just heard is more than a passing emotion or a fleeting moment of inspiration. I want it to be the firm and solid foundation of a transformation that will mark your entire journey from now on. This channel, this space we share, is more than just a virtual place. It is a meeting point, a refuge where you and I can strengthen each other in faith and hope. I want to invite you, with all the affection of my heart, to be part of this spiritual family we are building together, day by day. It is not just a matter of numbers or statistics but of real people with real stories, seeking to grow, support one another, and witness the divine action in their lives. And more important than clicking any button is that you feel the freedom to open your heart here, in this comment space, like an open book. Share with me your struggles, your victories, and your deepest desires. Even if you do not want to detail everything, offer your prayer, your plea, your request for help, because together we carry the weight of life and multiply faith. In the heavenly realms, a great transformation has already begun to manifest. A powerful wave of glory, pure grace, and complete restoration is approaching the shores of your life. This wave is unlike anything the world can offer, for it carries the power to break the invisible chains that have held you captive for years. For it to reach you and truly transform you, you must stand firm in faith, be spiritually awake, with a vigilant heart, not allowing routine to numb your soul. I see your daily walk, I feel the invisible weight you carry. I see your face, marked by a tiredness that even rest cannot heal, and I observe how you rise every day to fulfill your duties, whether at work, with your family, or in your community. You smile, you speak the right words, but when night falls and the lights go out, I see your spirit cry out for a renewal that seems distant. I know your prayers, beloved child. I know that once they were vibrant dialogues between us, but today they sometimes become silent monologues, words echoing without finding a home in your heart. I feel the flame of passion that burned within you, lighting everything around, now reduced to embers struggling not to go out in the face of difficulties, indifference, and constant noise. The world has imprisoned your senses with distractions, endless tasks, the chatter of social media, and the unceasing flow of news that steals your attention so you won't face the sacred silence where my voice wants to find you and offer you the peace only I can give. Without realizing it, you allowed legitimate worries, debts, family tensions, the search for approval from others, to build a wall around your heart, blocking the connection to the love I created you to live in. It is precisely because of this immense, infinite, and unshakable love that I speak to you today with the urgency of a father. A love that cannot bear to see his son or daughter living below the glorious and abundant destiny I have drawn for you since before the foundation of the world. What is at stake now, in these last days bidding farewell to this month, is something far greater than a simple material blessing or a quick answer to a superficial request. It is the realignment of your eternal purpose, the restoration of the spiritual sensitivity that little by little has been lost without you noticing. I want you to recall those times when you felt my presence so real and intense that tears of joy flowed from your eyes and gratitude overflowed from your heart. Remember when a single word of praise was enough to break your spirit and made you float in the arms of my unconditional love? At that time, you devoured my word like the most delicious food, and each verse was a light that illuminated your path, guiding you with clarity and certainty. That place of intimacy is not lost forever, it has never completely vanished, but you have drifted away from it. And this is where the enemy of your soul, knowing well your potential and the transforming power you carry when you are connected to me, has worked tirelessly to keep you distracted, anxious, and too busy to hear my voice. He knows that you are a masterpiece, a channel of blessings, and that is why he tries to steal your peace, to involve you in worries and uncertainties that are not mine. But I am here, always, waiting for you to decide to return to the silence, to the place where only you and I exist, to the sacred space where my word touches your heart and renews your spirit. Son, daughter, now I invite you to stand in faith, to awaken spiritually, and to open your heart so that this wave of glory may reach you and transform every area of your life. Do not fear what is coming, for I am with you. Every difficulty, every battle, every tear shed is under my loving gaze. I want you to trust me, to know that I am faithful to fulfill every promise I have made to you. Walk with the absolute certainty that you are not alone, that the strength you need to overcome is available, ready to sustain you. This is not a simple message, it is a call to leave behind the weight that keeps you from living fully, to rediscover the place of intimacy you once lost, and to rise toward the glorious future I have prepared. I love you beyond what you can imagine, and my peace, which transcends all understanding, is now available to flood every corner of your being. My beloved child, listen carefully to the words I release over your soul today. You've been carrying an invisible burden, a weight disguised as routine, exhaustion, and silent discouragement. The enemy has been whispering subtle lies to numb your spirit, that you're too tired to pray, too overwhelmed to read my word, too broken to believe that I still care. But I come today with heavenly authority, not to condemn you, but to tear down every one of these lies from their root. I am the one who defeated death, and in my hands I carry the power to renew you. There is no fatigue my love cannot transform into fresh strength. There is no pain my presence cannot heal. I came to remind you that there is nothing more important in your schedule than our sacred reunion. No problem too complicated that I cannot reduce to dust with a breath of my spirit. Today, more than a blessing, more than a miracle, I ask for something deeper, that you let me in again. Not just into your daily prayers or urgent petitions, but into the locked rooms of your heart. Those hidden chambers where you've stored betrayal, where broken dreams lie buried, where the fear of an uncertain future has taken root. I'm asking for full access. Let me shine my light into those places. Allow me to cleanse, to pull out the bitterness that clings like vines, to uproot the resentment that has been quietly growing in the shadows, to dissolve the apathy that hardened your heart. This isn't just another month. This is a prophetic time. July was marked in heaven as a turning point, a divine pivot your soul has been silently crying out for. But for the shift to begin, it is you who must take the first step. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel holier, stronger, or more worthy. But now. Just as you are. With your tears, your flaws, your doubts. I didn't come for your perfection, I came for your yes. A yes louder than the voices of fear and complacency. A yes that echoes through the heavens and shakes the gates of hell, a declaration that you are tired of spiritual drought and that you long with all your being to return to the river of my spirit. I need to hear you cry out, Lord, revive my spirit. Don't let me go. Don't let my soul settle for less than what you've prepared for me. And when that cry arises from the depths of your being, when your words are not rehearsed but surrendered, I, the God who formed you in your mother's womb and knows every detail of your heart, will respond with an avalanche of grace. I have waited patiently, not with frustration but with tender love, for the moment when your will would align with mine, for the sacred collision of surrender and promise. Now hear me clearly, two paths stretch before you. One leads to revival, restoration, and the harvest of seeds I've been watering in secret. The other leads to stagnation, a slow spiritual decay that comes when you ignore divine timing. If you let these remaining days of this season pass like any other, if you allow routine and distraction to keep lulling your spirit to sleep, something eternal will remain outside, knocking on the door of your heart, unable to enter. I'm not speaking of punishment. I am not a God who delights in punishing his children. I'm speaking of spiritual consequence. Just as a farmer who ignores the call to prepare the soil misses the rain, so too will you miss what I have prepared if your heart remains unplowed. The rain is coming, yes, I assure you. Revelation is coming. Healing for wounds you've carried for decades. Supernatural provision beyond money or material gain. But if your heart, the soil of your life, is still hardened by anxiety, unbelief, and busyness, then that holy rain will merely run off, unable to penetrate, unable to bring life. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.